I've done, everything I've made. Flip full circle, now I go a different way. And I took my pain and I threw it away. And now you always see Benny with a smile on his face. Attitude awesome.
Hello everyone, and welcome to my first tutorial on this channel. I have made a couple in the past on other channels and whatnot, but this is going to be a good one today, so I hope you guys did like the preview at the start of what I'm going to be teaching you. I'm pretty much going to be teaching you how to turn a still image like this and give it an animation or make it look 3D like. So first you're going to want to start on Photoshop. And you are going to want to import your thing and duplicate it a bunch of times. It doesn't, like, you don't need a shit ton of them, but I always just do like 5 or 6 depending on how detailed the picture is. Okay, so once you have that, we'll start with the top layer, and we can get the selection tool here. The quick selection tool, this is just for easy purposes right now. If you wanted to really sit out and do it, you can do the polygon tool or whatnot, but you can't use the masking unless you make it a selection at the end. You have to make it a selection. So first we can just isolate this rock and get it out of here since it's the most obvious. Oh my gosh, what is going on with my mouse? Okay, it is the most obvious distincting piece of the picture. Computer's freaking out right now. It's not used to recording and editing at the same time. Not a great computer. So yeah, just get all of the dark rock up close. Just have it, I think. And yeah, there we go. Oh no, I gotta get this top a little bit. And obviously, you want to spend more time on this if it's for something important or whatnot. I'm just doing it quick for your guys' purpose, and then you can fill and go to content aware, and then Photoshop will do its magic. Yeah, I didn't get it perfect, like right there. Let Photoshop work its magic, and dun 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 dun. Oh my god, there we go. So it's obviously not gonna look perfect. This is clearly not as good as you would want. Like, you can make it look a lot better if I put more detail on the rocks and stuff, but it's good enough for now. So we can rename this No Rock. And then we can start the second one, and we can just get the sky, the horizon right here. Oh, that actually worked out pretty well. A little bit of water right here. But besides, and some rock right here, and that's actually pretty good. So then we can fill it content aware, and I'll speed this up just for you guys. And there we go. That's what it looks like without any sky. So we'll rename this No Sky and then turn it off. And then we can start the third one, and we can just get the water. All the water. And get around here. So we'll have 3 layers: the water, the horizon, and the rock. Get rid of this. Obviously, if the picture is more detailed or whatnot, you can spend more time making this look real nice and making sure that you're getting it. Oh my gosh, why is this going so slow? Let me get the water right here. Okay, I am just going to fast forward to after this has all been messed out. Okay, and that's probably good enough for this, and then we'll fill content aware, let it do its magic, and there you go. No water. And then we can actually get, I thought that would be the last layer, but we can get one more of just all the sky and all the rock. So then we can get one layer of the sky and the rock. And once this is done, we can content aware fill that. And then I think we'll be ready to move this show over to After Effects. Okay, and that's good, so we can fill content aware, and then this will just be the water, I believe. So let it do its magic. And there we go, this is just the water. So we can name this only water, and name this one original photo, and we can delete this one, and then we will file save as and a PSD, and we'll just name it 3D scene, and we'll put that on our desktop. Okay, so once you get into After Effects, you are going to want to import a file, and then we can go to the desktop and find our 3D scene, and you're going to want to import the composition and leave it as editable layer styles. And then you open this up and you have your scene here. And I usually like to make it a 10-second composition. It's totally up to you depending on what you're trying to make. And then I always bring the original on top. So then you want to duplicate the original photo a couple times, and pretty much you're going to want to mask out every layer that you did in Photoshop with the content aware fill. So you're going to want to mask out the sky, then you're going to want to mask out this big rock, and you're going to want to mask out the water. And pretty much by doing that, you can create the animation by having the rock really close, then the water medium, and the sky really far away in the Z-axis, and move the camera, creating the animation. But you're going to want to have all the stuff you made in Photoshop behind. So what you do from here is you mask out everything. So I'm going to just speed it up while I mask out each part.
MC, man. Forget your bars, your boxes. This is hip hop and not the nonsense. You only live once, as far as I can tell. So I break through this music like I'm out of jail. This is Huey, this is Bobby, this is Malcolm, this is Pac, this is you, this is me, this is us, this is God. This is so much more than 16 bars. This is from me to you. Stay true to who you are. Hey.
So once you have that, I like to individual every layer and just feather out the mask a little bit, make it look nice. Obviously, I didn't spend as much time as I would usually making these masks. It's not perfect. As you can obviously see, it's not perfect. But if you really want to make it nice, you want to make sure you spend time on this and make it look as good as you can. But the mask feathering and expansion usually lets you get around spending the most time on it. So that's good enough for the rock. Then we'll go to the sky and feather it out and actually expand this one a little bit. 5 actually. 100 feather? Okay, no, do not need to expand it. That's 10. That's good. So there's the sky, and then we have the water. And we can feather this out a bit. 50, maybe, like a -10. I think that looks good. So once we have that, we'll let all the layers be seen, and then you can turn off the original photo, and as you can see, this is what you're left with. So we'll 3D all of the layers, and then you're going to want to create a camera. and I usually do 50 millimeters. It doesn't really matter what you choose, but yeah, I'll leave it at 50. And then create a null and parent them together, make the null 3D. And so now we have our scene set up. You can zoom it in and out, and it doesn't look good yet. It doesn't look good yet. So now what you're gonna want to do is find your rock and go to the position and bring it, oops, not backwards, bring it up in the z-axis to maybe -500. And then we can bring the sky back. So we'll do maybe like well, actually 0 might be good. The water should be in between because it's the medium layer. We'll maybe make the sky 500. Let's see what that looks like for a second. Okay, doesn't look weird. So yeah, and then we'll leave the water at 0 in the middle just because it's our medium layer. And then you can bring the camera out and go. If you want to bring it out, you're gonna have to do motion tile and all that. So that's one of your options. But just to save time and show you what it could look like, you can bring it up and over a little bit, and then I like to give a little rotation, like 5 maybe, and never that much rotation or else it will look weird. -5 and then -5. Yeah, and then black bars and stuff will make this look normal. Motion tile, black bars, whatnot. So then you can put position for all those, or set a marker for all those, and set a marker for the position. Go to the end and bring it to maybe -100, or not -100, to 100, or maybe 200. 300 actually will look nice, 300. And then we can bring it up and over a little bit this way, and then we can rotate it back to normal. And then if you start to watch it through, you can see it's got that 3D animation feel to it. And then what you can do is you can always add text and position it between wherever you want it or whatnot. Obviously the rock doesn't look great because the mask was not the best. Obviously if I spent more time on the mask, made it look real nice, then the rock would look good on the edges. But the sky and water, you could feather out and make it look pretty nice. And you could even add a shine to this, make it look real, like put the shine on the back so that it looks like it's actually behind the rock. And yeah, so I hope you guys did enjoy this tutorial. There are obviously plugins that you can get that makes this process a lot quicker, but for the free editor who likes to just crack stuff, this is as good as you can really get it. Obviously if you spend more time it'll look a lot better, but I hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe and comment if there's any other effects from any videos I've made that you guys would like a tutorial on, and I hope you all have a lovely day. Peace out.